They're allowing just 60 points per contest on their home court. Now, 4 out of Louisville's last 5 games did get over the number. They're also 70% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, UNC, 3 out of their 4 games got over the number themselves. 3 out of their last 4 games got over the number themselves. They are also 6-3 to the over in their last 9. So with all that said and done, pretty square play here. I'm going to lean Louisville -9 and the over 145 in that contest. Next game, UCLA taking on Colorado. Tough matchup for the Bruins. 4 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Colorado. The Buffaloes are the double-digit favorite in this game. They're laying 10 points, total at 133.5. We saw a half a point fade of Colorado and movement downward on the total. The Buffaloes open 10.5 down to -10. Total open 134 down to 133.5. And right now the Bruins are plus 460 for an outright win on the road. Now, guys, don't count out UCLA because they've won their last 4 straight. Nice little winning streak for them. They're also 70% against the spread in their last 10. Guys, they rank in the top 15 in the country in road defensive rebounding. They're also in the top 25 in road defensive field goal percentage. So like I said, do not count UCLA out as they're giving up just 67 points per contest. Now, Colorado on the other side, they failed to cover the point spread in 5 out of their last 7. So to be laying double digits at this time of year in this type of spot, it seems like a lot of points. Colorado also just 6-9 against the spread on their home court. We're looking at a Buffalo team who is 10-5 to the over on their home court this year. I like UCLA keeping it close. Give me the Bruins plus 10 and the over 135.5 in that game. Next matchup, Florida Gators. Chomp, chomp. Did I pass them? No, there we go. Florida Gators taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. 6 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Kentucky's laying just 4.5 at home here. Total at 137 and a hook. We did see a half a point move toward the Wildcats and movement downward on the total. Kentucky open as the 4-point favorite, up to -4.5. Total open 138.5, down to 137 and a hook. 61% are leaning Kentucky, 59% on the over. And right now the Gators are plus 170 on the money line. Now if you like the Gators in this particular spot here, just keep in mind they've successfully covered the point spread in just 3 out of their last 8. They're also just 3-5 straight up as the official road team. They struggle in road offensive rebounding as well. Meanwhile, Kentucky on the other side, winners of their last 5 straight. They're also 14-1 straight up on their home court. Very, very difficult to win in Kentucky. Now, the Wildcats, top 5 in offensive free throw percentage. Can't put them to the line because they're going to drill it. They're also in the top 15 in defensive field goal percentage. Kentucky 3-2 to the over in their last 5. Gators, 6 out of their last 9 got over the number as well. I'm going to lean Kentucky -4.5 and the over 137.5 in that contest. Next game, UNLV, the Runnin' Rebels. They got a tough one. They're traveling to San Diego State to take on the Aztecs. 7:30 tip-off in that game. San Diego State is -14, total at 134.5. We saw a 1-point fade of San Diego State and movement downward on the total. The Aztecs open 15, down to -14. Total open 136.5, down to 134 and a hook. Right now, the Runnin' Rebels, they are plus $9 on the money line on the road. Now, the Runnin' Rebels, they've covered just 3 out of their last 8 games. They're also just 3-7 straight up as the official road team. Defensively, they're giving up 77 points per contest on the road. Meanwhile, their opponents are shooting 39% from beyond the arc when UNLV travels. That could be very, very problematic for them today because San Diego State, they can certainly score. Now, they're 26-0 on the year, undefeated. Top 10 in shooting the 3-ball. Top 5 in points allowed. This could potentially be a massacre. Now, San Diego State, 5-2 to the over in their last 7. UNLV, 60% to the over as the official road team. I like San Diego State, -14, and the over 134.5 in that contest. Next game, Virginia Tech taking on the Blue Devils. 8 o'clock, Cameron Indoor. Duke's -16.5, total 143. Saw a half a point move toward Duke, moving upward on the total. Blue Devils open 16, up to -16.5. Total open 142, up to 143. The Hokies are plus 1,300 on the money line. Now, if you like the Hokies in this matchup here, they are taking on a Duke squad who's failed to cover the point spread in 5 out of their last 7. The Blue Devils are also covering just 50% of their games at Cameron Indoor. Offensively, really struggling from the stripe, shooting just 68% from the free throw line at home. They're also just 30% against the spread in their last 10 games. Now, Virginia Tech, on the other side, pretty good defensively. They're allowing just 66 points per contest, and they're holding their opponents to just 41% from the field. Now, Virginia Tech is 4-1 to the over in their last 5. Meanwhile, Duke is 10-4 to the over in their last 14 at Cameron Indoor. I like Virginia Tech to keep it close here. That's a lot of points. Give me the Hokies plus 16.5 and the over 143 in that game. All right, couple more games to cover here. Next matchup, Oregon versus Arizona, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Wildcats are 4.5, total 140. Half a point fade of Arizona and movement downward on the total. They open as the 5-point favorite, down to minus 4.5. Total open 140.5, down to 140. Oregon's plus $1.75 on the money line. Now, Oregon's won just 2 out of their last 5 games. They also failed to cover the point spread in 4 out of their last 6. The Ducks are 3-6 against the spread as the official road team this year, and they're shooting just 69% from the stripe. Now, one more thing to add about the Ducks. They're averaging just 65 points per contest as the official road team. Meanwhile, Arizona, on the other side, winners of their last 3 straight, 8-2 straight up in their last 10. Now, the Wildcats are 12-2 straight up as the official home team. They're also 10-4 against the spread in that same category. The Wildcats rank at the top 20 in home scoring, top 25 in home three-point percentage. They're averaging 84 points per contest on their home court. And check this out. Arizona, they are shooting 40% from the three-point line on their home court as well. Now, total-wise, the Ducks are 18-10 to the over overall for the year. Give me Arizona minus 4.5 and the over 140 in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Gonzaga taking on BYU. 10 o'clock Mormon Country. Gonzaga's minus 4.5, total 159. Half a point move toward Gonzaga and movement downward on the total. Bulldogs open as the 4-point favorite, up to minus 4.5. Total open 160.5, down to 159. Right now, BYU is plus $1.70 on the money line. And if you like the Cougars in this spot here at home, just keep in mind they failed to cover the point spread in their last 2 straight. They failed to cover against the likes of Santa Clara and San Diego during that small stretch of games. And they're actually really struggling offensively rebounding this year. Now, Gonzaga on the other side, 27-1 overall, 10-0 straight up as the official road team. Their one loss was actually technically a neutral site game. Now, Gonzaga ranks first in scoring, second in offensive field goal percentage, 6th in shooting the 3-ball. Guys, that's not in the conference. That's not on the West Coast. That's in the country. Once again, first in scoring, second in offensive field goal percentage, 6th in shooting the 3-ball in the country. Offensively, Gonzaga, 88 points a game, 52% from the field. That's unreal. They're also 39.4% from beyond the arc. Gonzaga 9-1 to the over in their last 10. A lot of overs for this Gonzaga team. Meanwhile, BYU 60% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean Gonzaga minus 4.5 and the over 159 in that game. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. Yesterday, we got the weekend started off right, going 3-2 in our 5 premium picks on that website. We're also 5-0 in our last 5 crowd pleaser teasers, and of course, that's another package that I offer. And really, just a red-hot package that I'm offering right now is the NBA tier package, which we are currently 7-1 in our last 8 NBA tier package plays. And the good news is this: I have another NBA tier package play going off tonight. So if you want some more information, a link for that website is in the description section below. You can check out my current record right on the homepage. And guys, we are over 1,100 members strong on that website. So you are not alone. It's a very active website. We have a lot of very good handicappers utilizing that website for information. Guys, patreon.com/BrockPage. You do not want to miss it. All right, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I do have to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.